What's up, everyone? Colby Cheese here, and I've got a little bit something different here that's not necessarily a new game, but it's definitely an awesome game. It's Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition. One of my favorite games of all time, actually. And so I wanted to go ahead and do a playthrough for you guys, or at least some gameplay, so you can kind of get an idea of how awesome this game is. It's so damn difficult, and it's definitely worth playing. I've played through it so many times, and every time I play through, it's amazing. So I just wanted to go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and create a new guy. Let's see, I gotta create a character name. Let's see, cheesy, something like that. Cheese. Okay, there we go. And we're gonna do enter on that one. Sex. Make it a male class. All right, so the classes in this game are kind of interesting because they don't really matter so much. They just basically give you your starting starting gear and your starting stats on the left side. So you can be a pyromancer and then go straight up warrior or mage or whatever you want to do, and it doesn't really matter. It just gives you some various stats. Also, you'll start off at different levels based on which class you pick. So you can see like 5 for a knight, 4 for a warrior. So I think what I'll do here, and definitely not the deprived, I think I'll start with the pyromancer. I like starting at level 1. Just, it feels nice for me to start at level 1. It feels really good, so I'll go ahead and start off with pyromancer. Actually, no, I won't, because everyone knows that pyromancer is overpowered. And even if I did pyromancer, I'm gonna do bandit, just because bandit is cool. He's got a cool shield, and it's hard to get that shield till later. Every class you can get their starting gear by like finding it later on in the game. Gift, you always want to take the key, the master key. It's always the gift you want to take when you start off. If you start off with a thief, you get the key already. Physique, let's see, we can go ahead and let's just do slim. That's good enough. Face, commoner, that's good enough. Hair, let's just do bald because I'm bald. And I don't know, doesn't matter what the hair color is because I don't have any. All right, there we go. Let's start the game with this character. And I'm not going to go through the whole cutscene, I don't think.
The age of ancients,
the cutscene's actually pretty cool.
the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land
Alright,
of
I'll let you
grey
guys check this out.
crags, arched trees, and everlasting dragons.
Creepy.
But then there was fire. And with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame.
Oh man, some of the stuff in this game just looks creepy as hell and gross.
Nato, the first of the dead. The witch of Izalith and her daughters of chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bullets peeled apart their stone skills. Witches weaved great firestorms. Nato unleashed a miasma of death and disease.
Ew, gross.
And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. age of fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
Epic. Okay, so there is the intro. Kind of interesting and a little bit like, what the hell? You know, it's kind of what I was thinking whenever I first watched that. The interesting thing about this game is that it doesn't really give you any direction of where to go in the game, and it gives you no story.
Indeed. The dark sign brands the undead.
The only way to uncover the story of this game
land,
is to read the items.
the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world.
So every time a person dies, like a human being dies, they get sent and locked away in these cages.
This is your fate.
And so that's where you start off. You're human, you died, and now you're an undead, and you're locked away in this cage in this undead world. You can see my face; it's all gooey gooey because I'm a creepy little undead dude. So this knight throws down some corpse, which holds the key to escape from this prison. That's where you start off. So pretty cool. All right, so I got to get used to the game. It's been a little bit since I played. It takes me just a little bit to get used to it, but it's not too bad actually. All right, so there's my attack. You start off with this little. Basically, it's like it's a piece of a blade. Check that out. Big old monster in there. That is something we'll fight later in the game. It's pretty, just foreshadowing of what is to come. Okay, see if I can remember how to run. There we go. Holding down B. I don't need to fight that guy. So it's interesting also the way that you buy items in this game, as well as the way you get experience and level up, is by killing enemies and collecting their souls. And if you die, you drop everything that you're carrying. So you can be holding like 4 levels of experience, and if you haven't leveled up with that experience, you can lose it all if you die. And you have to light these bonfires here to save your progress and level up and stuff like that. So, okay, first thing you got to do is run through these doors, and you'll get to see. Basically, I have not fought anything challenging yet, and this is where the game shows you that they mean business. Check this out. And there you go. That's the first enemy you got to deal with. And I'm not going to fight him. So, it's pretty simple. You can just run through this gate. But I remember the first time I tried to fight that guy, I just kept dying. I was like, what do I do? Yeah, you basically have to escape from that mofo. He will mess you up. Now, you can kill him. It's just really hard. There we go. Got my shield. I gotta try and remember how to equip stuff. Okay, change equipment. Let's put on this shield. Spider shield. So now we can block attacks. Bam. Bam. Let's get this guy. You're not getting away from me, boy! Get him over here. Stab you in the butthole. And there we go. Takes a while to kill him because I don't have a good weapon. Okay, let's just get a real weapon. Go ahead and equip that. He's just like, he's like running on the wall. That's weird. That doesn't usually happen. So I'm in the pause menu, but the game is still going, so it's pretty interesting. You have to deal with that. So there you see, I'm doing real damage now. I got a big battle axe. Okay, so let's move on here. And these little fog walls are kind of like foreboding, because you don't know if you're going to be fighting a boss on the other side or not. Of course, in this case, I'm just getting on with it. Here's the first time where people get knocked the fuck out. But I know better. Big old bowling ball rolls down on you. You can usually talk to this guy. I'm just going to kill him, because I'm a beast. He's dead. Dead. But yeah, you, a lot of the storyline comes from just reading the items. So let me show you what I mean by that. So you can go to toggle status. Well, I guess that's not it. Browse items. Crap. Browse items. There we go. So toggle status. No, so what am I doing? Oh, display. Toggle display. There we go. So this will tell you like only slightly better than one of the variants. So that doesn't really tell you any story. But some of these will. Like you read this and it'll tell you a story about stuff. Shield of the Savage Mountain Bandits, uniquely shaped with a large black spider etched upon it. Has resistance to poison. Anyways. So nothing really informative on the story on these items, but you'll find a lot of items in this game as we get going that are pretty interesting to check out. There you go, use the key. I'm going to unlock this area here. I do like starting off with this big battle axe, it's pretty useful. Oops, should probably not stand there. So the interesting thing about this game is that even the like starter enemies are really dangerous for you. I can't remember, I mean it's been a while since I played. I'll get used to it and I'll be like beasting. I'm gonna make this look a lot easier than it actually is, to be honest. Like, this game is really hard the first time you play through. There you go. You got these little Estus flasks, which is essentially your healing potions. Ouch. I'm trying to remember the roll. There it is. There you go. So there's a lot of different ways to attack in this game. So you can like roll and then do an attack. You can just be standing still, push the B button there, and then it like runs up and does a cool attack. I can switch to go in two-handed mode. So I was doing two-handed, or I do one-handed and a shield. Now I can do this. So check this out. I'm going to run through here. This is what I was talking about the foreboding white light, because now we have to fight this guy. Now that we have a real weapon, I'm going to drop down on his head and whack! Did half his health and damage by dropping on his head. And there's a way to like lock on enemies. There we go. Oh crap, I just got hit. That was not good. Oh crap. Okay, let's try not to get wrecked. Alright, I'm not doing so well. I forget that like if you have all this armor on, it slows you down by a lot. And I actually like to take off a lot of the armor. I forgot about that. So this can get pretty difficult if you're really slow. Now, if you dodge right when he swings, a lot of times you can like dodge these attacks. Sometimes the safest spot for these bosses is right on their feet. Like, I'm doing really shitty right now. Like I said, it's been a while since I played this game. And I can't move hardly fast enough to like get underneath him. Now, whenever you roll around and attack, you use your endurance. And you'll see that green bar, it keeps leaving. So once you use up all of that, you can't really do your attacks anymore, or when you do your attacks, they're not really effective. So let me swing a bunch, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So I just kill him. I got some humanity, which is useful later on. So I just have to wait for that green bar to like recharge a little bit before I can attack again. Okay. Well, that is the tutorial area. It's actually a lot harder than a lot of games. So let's see, change equipment. I'm going to go ahead and take off. So if you take a look right now, I'm going to go ahead and show you something. This is something a lot of people don't realize when they first start playing, but the equip load right there shows that I can hold 54, and I'm at 14.9. The way that works is if you are under 25% of your equip load, then you can move faster, I believe. So let me take off like this armor, for example. And I'm at 11. That should make it possible. Yep, so now I can like roll a lot faster. You see, I'm like, I can move much faster. I look really weird. Look at that, look at that. Look at that weird skin. Ugh, gross. But, like I said, I'm able to move much faster. So it's easier for me to dodge attacks. And that's the way I like to play. I like to play, I'm a little bit squishier, but I can dodge attacks much better. So you have to obviously know how to use your dodges and stuff, but...
In the ancient legends, it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen.
Oh god! It's a big crow! Oh my god!